Who likes Contra? I liked Contra. That game came out when I was like 4 years old, and 4-year-old little me was sitting there going, oh god, that's Power Rangers.
Contra, the game we all love to hate. It has the well-deserved reputation for being one of the most difficult game series released since the dawn of mankind. And Contra Hardcore is definitely no exception. Released in 1994, Hardcore was the only Contra game to be made for the Sega Mega Drive. Because of this and the fact that Contra tended to be seen as a Nintendo franchise, Hardcore was a little overlooked. It's a shame really, because it's a great game and a fantastic addition to the Contra series. Now if you're sitting there saying, hang on a sec, I don't remember a Contra on Mega Drive. That's because technically there wasn't a Contra on Mega Drive. In PAL regions, Contra Hardcore was released as Protector. Konami replaced all the human characters with robots and sort of mushed the words robot and protector into one word, and made it sound a whole lot less cool in the process. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be referring to Protector as Contra Hardcore, because let's face it, Hardcore sounds so much cooler. While previous Contra games had a rough narrative, it was more or less just a vehicle to let you go, whoa, explosions, and shoot things all over the screen. Contra Hardcore has changed it up a little this time and worked in a deeper plot which evolves as you progress through the game. As well as this, Konami have also added in branching story pathways after certain bosses, which ultimately affect the outcome of the narrative. Depending on the choices you make, you encounter completely different stages and one of 5 different endings. Pretty cool, huh?
But let's face it, Contra games have never really been about the story. They could be about anything. Like monkeys, and time travel. Wait, what?
This time around, Konami have given you the choice to play as one of 4 new characters. Each character has their own set of 4 unique weapon power-ups, providing you with a slightly different combat experience each time you play. You'll also find that each character has their own set of advantages and disadvantages. The cybernetic werewolf Fang, for instance, is the largest character, making him the easiest to hit, but to offset this, he also has some of the most powerful weapons in the game. Now, if you're not overly familiar with the Contra games, let me break it down for you. It's a really bad idea to stop shooting, and you can't get hit. And when I say you can't get hit, I mean ever. If you get hit, you die. If you touch an enemy, you die. If you die, well, you're dead. But if you die too many times, it's game over and you start again. Unless you're some sort of video game prodigy wizard, expect to become well acquainted with the game over screen.
The brutally challenging nature of Hardcore can test the patience of even the most seasoned gamer. It has an absolutely insane learning curve, but like all games in that era, it's all about the patterns. Just like cross-stitch. No, that's a lie. It's not even a little bit like cross-stitch. That was a dirty lie.
There's always the way you're supposed to do things. It might take you a few tries to figure this out. Once you do, you're pretty much set. The first time I came up against this guy, I was like, holy shit, look at this guy, he's huge. So I start doing the first thing that comes to mind, shooting. And I shoot a lot. Then I start jumping to avoid his attacks. I die pretty quickly. The thing is, this mini-boss only really has 2 attacks. He'll shoot some harmless rave lights from his eyes, pillars of fire arise from these points here, and he'll dance around a bit and throw a car. Rinse and repeat. Once I knew this, all I needed to do was stand right here and shoot straight up. See? It's all about patterns. Now don't think for a second that all the boss fights are this easy though. A few stages in and Hardcore kicks it up a notch by throwing around bosses with multiple forms. Each time you think you've finally defeated them, nope, they get back up and find another way to kick your ass.
Despite its occasionally unforgiving gameplay, Contra Hardcore is an incredibly fun side-scrolling shooter. So you should go and buy one, on eBay, for $50 bajillion, still sealed, just like this calendar. This is inspirational, it's from 2012, it's in mint condition, it's got all the pictures on the back.
That's not Contra!
What have I been putting in my Mega Drive?